Right, let's see if this is working now. Let's been trying to do this for like 15 minutes. Is it working? Oh, thank God, yes. Right. Hello everyone, I'm back. This my stream was acting up. I don't know why. It took ages. But yeah, please subscribe. If this doesn't work, I swear to God. I also just got a notification on my phone right now saying that the Resident Evil chapter just got revealed. I'm not gonna look at it. I'm gonna surprise myself. Everyone else has already seen it. That's alright. I haven't seen it, so I can't wait. Fancy Freddy's, come on. Oh, I remember Naughty Bear. It is a great game. Yes. Free. 24. Yes. What was it? Ooh, sick cosplay. That's sick. Look at all the cosplay. There he is, our TwitchCon. E3.
horror and fear are universal, and it brings people together, and that is kind of magical. Now, after all these years, the team has grown close together. The people around the game, we're now over 300 people at Behavior working on this.
300
There's
people.
people all around the world that are our collaborators, our partners. We've made more friends and you know partners than I can count. We've also had more inside jokes than I can count. Maybe one day we'll tell you what really is at the bottom of that campfire. Maybe one day we'll explain why the jar of salty lips. And maybe you'll learn who is Jean-Marc Nielli. In the meantime, since I have an opportunity here, I would like to address something.
Go on.
At PAX a couple of years ago, I think it was in 2017, a journalist asked me about the state of the game, and they asked me about the team. And I answered them. Well, we were having some technical difficulties at the time. It was a bit of a rough patch, I won't lie. But I answered them saying that I thought we had done a pretty good job so far. And for some reason, these words stuck. People started using them willy-nilly. They started attaching these words to many, many things. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I love this team, and I love the work, the skill, the passion that has gone into it. I love this game. And if someone was to ask me again the same question, I do believe I would tell them again. I think we've done a pretty good job so far.
Come on, fans of Freddy's. I know it's not.
You make as you travel into the fog are of the utmost importance. Now you go. Make the choice.
I don't know what this is, so I'm just gonna skip. No, that's the volume. I wanna skip. 'Cause I don't know what this is. Hey, here's 10 riff fragments. Write that down. I'm writing that down on my notes. I'm gonna write that out on my notes right now. There we go, I wrote that down in my notes. I hope you's watching have wrote that down, or sorry, or if you're playing this right, or if you're playing DBD right now, enter the code 10 riff fragments. I wrote it down in my notes. You could do the same. Ooh, that merchandise looks cool. Is that a pillow? A chopper pillow.
In theaters right now. I just want to take a moment and celebrate with everyone the 5-year anniversary for Dead by Daylight. Congratulations to the behavior continues.
So it's good, but oh, you're scary. Oh wait, he's wearing a mask, never mind.
そして視聴者の皆さんに質問です。もしあなたが不思議の世界に触れることござい
Just gonna skip this.
I
Meg. That pyramid. Hey yo, pyramid that's streaming. He's having a collab with Claptrap from Borderlands. Oh no, she's trapped. It's Bill.
Oh God! I take it back!
It's Bill. Let's go, Bill.
Oh no!
Oh, you're scary. There's all these cosplays are sick.
Dead by Daylight workout series.
Oh no.
And let's crouch.
That's funny. Oh. No. Chris from Yoko.
What is this? What is this? No, hold on. Oh! Oh! It's Resident Evil! It's coming to Dead by Daylight! Oh my god, bro! What? Yo! 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 Yo!
I need to get that feature on.
Yo! Yo! Fuck out of here! Yo! 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 No! 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 I don't even care! I don't even care about nothing else in the stream! Resident Evil is coming to fucking Dead by Daylight! I don't care about shit else in this. Nah, bruh. Nah.
What surprised me about behaviour is that they allow content creators to swear. Like when they're doing broadcasting now, they allow to keep the swearing in. Like they don't bleep it like other people do. They keep it in, which I think is good because you can't take away the reaction. You can't take away the reaction. Because if you take away the reaction, there won't be a reaction. Here you go back. Is that Raccoon City? Meg. Made their trailers look sick. That's a tentacle. Oh no. Oh my god, it's Nemesis. Leon and Jill. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jill and Leon. Jill. Oh. Oh my god. Leon and Jill. Are they models from the actual games? Mate, their models look like they came from the actual game. Oh my god. Oh, they look sick. I thought they were gonna. It was gonna be like Leon and Claire, not Leon and Jill. I thought it was gonna be Jill and Carlos, or Ethan Winters. Oh my god. I think they put Nemesis in because he's more recognisable and popular. I think that's why they put him in here. But if they put Ethan Winters or Lady Demetrius in Dead by Daylight, it would have promoted Resident Evil Village, which just came out a while ago. Like, I don't even know, like a month ago in April. I don't know. Oh my god. Thank you.
Very special celebration. So we are proud and happy to finally be able to reveal the content of the Resident Evil chapter and be part of the 25th
Thank you
of Resident
so much.
As you may know, the team's been hard at work on the graphical rework over the last year. And that's why we
Yes.
didn't add any new map to the game. That's going to change with the Resident Evil chapter. So on the chapter release, you'll be able to
Let's go.
Raccoon City Police Department.
Department. I thought it was gonna be Raccoon City, not the department, not the station. Hell's Fallen. Please, Ultimate X. Please show us gameplay of Nemesis, please. I'm begging you, please. This map looks bigger than the Silent Hill map. This is probably the biggest map in Dead by Daylight. Oh my god. Please show us Nemesis gameplay, please. Please. Does he use his tentacles or can he use his bazooka? Can he use his rocket launcher? Oh, the typewriter. Nemesis gameplay, please? Question mark.
First of all, I have to say that the map is absolutely gorgeous.
Oh my
Put great
god.
effort to recreate the map from the remake of Resident Evil 2 and 3. So you'll see some iconic locations such as the main hall, the archive, the SARS office, and others in there. It's really amazing. Like if you played the remake, you can actually navigate around the map and recognize it perfectly. Of course, there's also going to be a twist in there since the entity is doing its own nightmarish version. Alright, let's talk about characters now. There is a lot of very
Oh,
interesting
please
characters
talk
in
about
the
characters.
Resident Evil franchise.
Please.
It was very difficult to choose just one survivor. That's why you're getting two for this chapter. The first one is Jill Valentine, the brilliant SARS agent. Her unique perk will highlight her intensive training and her high adaptability in impossible situations.
Oh, get in. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, not showing Nemesis. Show Nemesis, bro. Show him. Cap. Bang, bang, bang. Lad. The graphics look amazing.
The second survivor is Leon S.
Leon.
He's been having the worst first day at work ever.
Let's
And
go,
it's not going to
Leon.
be better in the realm of the entity. His unique perks are going to highlight his dedication to others, his resilience, and his goal-driven personality. There's also something really special about one of his perks. It will add a new type of gameplay to Dead by Daylight. With this perk, and under certain conditions, you will be able to spawn a unique item, a flashbang, inside the match.
Oh.
So that's an item you don't need to equip in your loadout before the match. It's something that you will create within the match you're in.
Oh my god, this Nemesis. Was that Nemesis? He was running, I can't tell. I think that was Nemesis. I can't wait to see the Nemesis Mori. I can't wait to see the Mori.
Okay, let's talk about the killer now.
Yes.
Again, there's a lot of different monsters we could have used out of the Resident Evil franchise.
Yes.
But we chose the classic tyrant, the Nemesis.
Nemesis.
The Nemesis power is called T-Virus. With his
T-Virus.
special tentacle attack, the Nemesis is able to infect survivors. Infected survivors are going to be sick. They will cough, they will vomit, so they're going to be easier to spot. And they also become vulnerable to the next tentacle attack, which will not infect them, but will damage them instead. For each infected survivor, the Nemesis power grows, and his tentacles gain more weakness.
Oh no.
To attack over pallets, over vaults, and in some tricky places on the map.
Through a window.
But there's a way to get out of this infection for survivors. There are some vaccines around the map that can be used to get out of this infection. But there is a limited quantity, so make sure that you absolutely need it before taking it. The Nemesis unique perks will make you an unstoppable hunter that can use both brains and to cause panic among survivor ranks. On top of that, for the first time ever, the killer is assisted by AI characters.
AI.
So we are adding zombies.
Let's go, zombies.
Zombies are patrolling the area.
Zombies, let's go.
Be careful of
Sorry.
Nemesis and them, so that they don't get bitten and infected.
Finally, zombies. Let's go. Let's see them. Let's see. Did oh my god. Do they follow Nemesis? Do they follow him? Oh my god, he looks sick. Oh, first person. They infected. Can we see the Mori? Oh, he did a clobber. It's clobbering time. Bam, bam. Oh my god. Where's the zombies at? Oh, she been sick. Is he immune to the light because he doesn't have any eyes? Well, he does, but I guess he doesn't. Where are the zombies? Ew, what's happened to his hand? Fungus has grown out of his hand. Hey, that effect looks amazing. Zombie! How many zombies are there? Are there one or are there like 5? If there are 5 zombies in the whole map, like, that would be amazing. But that will also be, that's how you kill them, with the pallet. You kill them with the pallet. Do zombies attack? No, but you can attack zombies. Punch him. Don't infect him.
That's it. That's the content of the Resident
That's
Evil
it.
chapter.
Not even
If
costumes.
you are as excited as we are to see the Resident Evil content. inside
Yes,
the
I'm really
game.
excited.
I sure am. I mean, this.
But Jonathan from Stranger Things has been added as a skin for Steve. Can we get a Carlos skin for Leon? A Chris Redfield skin for Leon? And a Ethan Winters skin for Leon? And also, can we get a Claire Redfield skin for Jill? And can we get a Ethan Winters' wife? I forgot her name. I forgot what her name is, but whoever Ethan Winters' wife is, add her as a skin for Jill. also add a skin for Nemesis, for Mr. X or Mr. T, I think. No, Mr. X. Mr. X and Lady Demetrius, please. I'm begging you.
It's been a dream come true.
Yeah, that
I
was-
played these games so much. I still have the original.
Oh my god, that has
My
to
team.
be worth
So you'll be able
loads.
to experience this chapter in the PTB, which will be right after this event. And it will also come out June 15th. So mark your calendar.
Oh, I
So I
will.
just want to finish by saying thank
How
you
much is
to
it?
all of our community for staying around.
How
with
much
us,
is the chapter?
fun with
I wanna
us,
buy it.
and I wish you a happy 5th anniversary.
Yes, happy 5. Oh my god, I thought you were gonna tell us a new chapter then. Oh my god, my heart, I nearly had a heart attack.
For Dead by Daylight for year 6. So we're going to present the new DLC and the new maps for next year. We're also going to talk about the 4 films for the
Please,
archive coming next.
I'm begging
And we
you,
will take a
5
look
nights
at Dead by
at
Daylight.
Freddy's.
This is what that
Please,
comes along with that.
5 nights at
We're
Freddy's.
starting very high as well this year with a unique and incredible license. I'm so pleased to work on Resident Evil, and we can't wait to see that DLC out and see the player having fun with it. Obviously, I cannot say anything about the other DLC stuff instead.
It's fine. We'll spill the beans at a later date for sure.
But something that I can say is
Ooh.
we are going to release a total of 4
4 killers.
5 and not 4 survivors,
5,
and also 2 new maps.
2
It's gonna be
new
really
maps.
cool. I think all of this is gonna be some pretty exciting content for all of our.
You see 5 killers?
5 and not 4. We are going to release a total
4 killers and 5 survivors. So one of those chapters has 2. Either has 2 in one chapter, or 1 in. Wait, 4 killers. Yeah, 2 in one chapter. Because each chapter has 1 killer, and so there's 2 survivors in 2 chapters in 1 chapter. Like,
full of
Fancy
4
Freddy's, please.
killers, 5 and not
Like, they're not gonna reveal it here. They're gonna reveal it at a later date. But please, I'm begging you, 5 nights at Freddy's.
4 survivors, and also 2 new maps.
I think that's gonna be really cool. I think all of this is gonna be some pretty exciting content for all of our players. Coming
Yes, it's gonna be
There's
exciting.
not only that. I mean, we've
Please.
also, like you said, we've got 4 tomes.
Please,
expected
Fancy
to have
Freddy's.
1 new tome every mid-chapter with a new survivor story, a new killer story, story about the observer, and we want to keep on telling these as time goes on. The more original characters we create, the more stories that we have to tell.
You want to know more about this price?
Exactly, and like we've got some ways to tell this that I think we haven't even been able to show yet. So I'm really curious to see what we can actually do and how the players react to everything. Because the lore in Dead by Daylight it's rich, and we just want to be able to show as much of it as we can. And we also have all the events that we want to be doing. We have an upcoming anniversary event that actually, if the players stick around, they're going to see more about that later. I'll be coming back. We have our Halloween event that is always so much fun to do. Always a lot of work, absolutely worth it. And just to recap
Yeah.
on something that we mentioned during the archives anniversary, and I believe it was a blog post, we are always going to focus on these events as the big ones during the year because we want them always to be big. These are the moments for our community where we want to celebrate together and realize that, look, this is Dead by Daylight's time. Come celebrate with us. This year is going to be no exception. I think we're going to deliver on a really big anniversary, a really amazing Halloween event that's coming.
Oh, okay.
And that doesn't mean we're ignoring any of the other smaller ones. We still want to do something for winter. We want to do something for lunar. But there's something
Even Winter's confirmed.
But it's still going to be a great reason to come back into the game and enjoy DBD. So, after all that, I think it's really worth looking at, what we actually have coming in year 6 with our pillars.
So we have 4 pillars that help us to create the roadmap for Dead by Daylight. The first one is the first step into the fog. This is all the features that are here for the first moment you enter into the game as a player. Then the second one is the game health. Game health is really important for us. It's really everything that is optimization, bug fix, and stabilization for the game. The third one is the realm beyond, and this is the work of visual update that we're starting to year 5. And the
Okay.
final one is live design.
Yeah, I think all that stuff is super interesting for us to be going into and to even like dive in further so everyone knows what's going on. For the first steps into the fog, we know like with Resident Evil, tons of new players are gonna be coming into this game.
Yeah.
If I was a Resident Evil fan that hadn't heard of Dead by Daylight, I know I'm gonna be checking it out. So we've really taken a look at our entire tutorial process, every way that we teach players how to play Dead by Daylight, and tried to identify what we need to fix or what we need to improve. DBD, honestly, it's a very complex game. We know we don't do necessarily the best job of teaching people, but I think we've made a great improvement, and the first step to that is by reworking the tutorial itself. So from the moment that player actually steps into the game, we're gonna really guide them through, this is what you need to learn. Then we actually have bot matches for you to play.
Bot matches
are brand new, and I think it's gonna be a very nice, safe way for players to actually learn how to play. And we're gonna be giving you some amazing rewards as you go along the entire thing. On top of that, we're looking at other things that have been, like barriers, I would say, for players getting even deeper into the game. And we're talking like matchmaking being, too long, and so we're trying to find ways.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's it's not easy. I think you can say.
Yeah.
So what we're really looking into is ways to incentivize players to maybe play a role that has like less weight or more of a need at that current point in time. If maybe you're a killer player, but we need more survivors at that time, then we'll offer you some incentives to actually go play that. On top of all that, I mean, we're constantly working on the matchmaking in the background, trying to find ways to optimize it to get you into matches faster. And the more matches you play, I think the more that you'll actually experience, sadly with any live game, some toxicity. What we're actually working on for this is the auto ban feature. So at the end of every match, in the tally screen, there's this option where you can report a player for some negative behavior, applaud them for
Hi, said the name of the company.
And right
That's
now,
really funny.
Customer support team that is looking over it, manually. What we're doing with this change is this is going into an automated system. If players receive a certain amount of negative reports, we are going to take action. I'm going to let you know that your report is actually having an effect on this, and we're going to thank you for it. All of this is really great for our players, but I know 5 years on, some things in Dead by Daylight, like the news, are still in English. That's going to change.
Nice. That's a big improvement.
I think so. I mean, even not everyone at
Big
our office
improvements.
is super great in
Nice.
English. People around the world. We're spreading even more community managers around the world to create more communities where you can engage with. It's just as important that we do this in our game as well. So as soon as you start the game, you have your language available to you.
We'll finally have the news in French. That's cool.
The next step after that is
Cool.
really making sure that we stomp as many bugs as possible in our game and take a look at game health.
For a game as
Hi, you
Dead by
can't
Daylight,
stomp on
who-
bugs,
which has been
'cause
out
they're
for 5
computer
years now,
bugs,
it's
you
always
can't
a
stomp
challenge
on
to
them,
find the right balance
or else the
between
PC
actually
will break.
improving the glitching mechanics. For the first years of Dead by Daylight, we put more time and resources into creating new content because the goal was to create a rich and deep experience for the players. But now, recently, we've adjusted our roadmap because we have a lot of content that we need to support, and we've decided to improving what we have. More.
Yeah, I think that's really a really important thing. That it's good that we're taking time for it, because a lot of our earlier content, I think, was great to bring everyone together.
Why are they looking at each other? They're meant to look at the camera and say this, not say it to each other like it's a
There's no
conversation.
issues going on.
So we have 2 ways of doing it. The first one is really looking at the game and see what we can do to improve it in terms of stabilization, optimization, gameplay fixes as well, but also making the game less destructible. So that's a big chunk of things. But on the other hand, there is something that we need to take care of. We need to look at our internal processes and make sure that internally we can also improve as well as the game. And for that, as an example, we've decided recently to migrate the user interface of the game to a technology that is called UMG. It's the UI manager of Unreal. And the idea here is to stop working on outdated technology, and we take this opportunity to review all our screens to also make them more performant, more modern, so we can have more features as well in this.
Yeah, I think that's going to be great, just because once that's done, every screen is going to feel fresher, and it's going to allow us to
Yeah.
do so many more things. And I mean, speaking as a product manager, I'm pretty excited for what
I'm
new
sure
things
you
we
are.
can actually bring into the game.
Obviously, it's a long-term process. We need to keep the efforts on the stabilization, on the new technology things. But we hope that in the next releases that will be out for year 6, you will be able, as a player, to see more stabilization and only concentrate on the fun for the game. And talking about keeping and maintaining what is already there, what are coming up next for the visual updates and the Realm Beyond?
But for the Realm Beyond, I think this is something that a lot of our players were really excited about when they heard about it a year ago or so when we started. It feels like it's been an eternity. This is really the project of overhauling everything in DBD to bring it to the level of all of the current content. It's been around for 5 years, right? And let's just say, Dwight needs a fresh coat of paint. Him and the others, and then all the maps and everything, they've been around for quite some time. I think they need to be shown some love.
Hey,
and
yo,
brought up to today's standards.
Oh
I'm
my
loving
god, the
everything that we've seen
visuals.
for those who are
The
still really
visuals
disappointed
look
who don't know what
amazing now.
Realm Beyond is.
Like, they
It is
still looked
almost
good
more or
back
less
then,
that, just
but
taking any old maps,
they're
old
sick.
animations, reworking this, maybe adding in new ones to make something make more sense, like repairing a generator. It used to be the same animation no matter where you are. Now every side is something new, and now it's something really cool and immersive.
It feels
This
more
is-
realistic.
It
Like you can
feels
feel
great.
it actually.
Like you might be a little bit more immersed and forget the killers coming to get you, but I think that's the point. So on top of all of this,
If they update the Moris to add blood spurts and that, like, say Michael Myers stabs someone, like, while doing the Mori, blood starts gushing out and pouring out and spitting out and that. I need to see that, because everyone's Mori in, like, Demogorgon's Mori, he puts the survivor's head in his mouth and eats it, but then he takes the survivor out of his mouth, and then the head's still on. The head needs to come off.
we're starting to look at some Survivor reworks. So I think we've already shown off a few of them, but a lot of our newer Survivors are very highly detailed, and we wanted to take the time to revisit some other ones and rework them a bit. We're aiming to really make them recognizable, but allow more flexibility with the actual visuals and just more detail overall. So on your current gen systems, it doesn't look like you're playing something from a few gens ago. Not that I'm talking about gens. So this is all the kind of stuff that they're actually going to be just after
That was
this
a funny
Realm
joke,
Beyond
because he's
segment.
sitting next to a
There's
generator.
going to be a lot of really interesting stuff that they can cover, because we're not done yet. On top of all of that, I mean, one more thing that I don't think we ever stop with is just our live design and constantly
Yeah.
tweaking it.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like as we do for the game house and for the Realm Beyond, keeping and maintaining what we have, making it better, improving it. The gameplay will just follow the same rule this year. So basically, we're taking the core mechanics that we have, and we're going to make them better, to change them, to tweak them, redesign them. The idea behind this is you have been a player for a long time, for several years now. I'm sure of that.
Definitely a few.
Yeah, we want to keep you interested. We want you to connect to Dead by Daylight and just say, okay.
Ooh, there's another code. There's another code, guys. Get your notebooks out. Get your notebooks, or go in the notes app on your phone and do it. Is that 2,000? 250,000, I think that is. I'm not good with numbers. O 1 A 7 4 D E F 8 1 A D 4 0 D D C 5 0 1 D E 50. That is 250,000 blood points code. Wow, 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 wow. Hey, he's got DBD logo on his head. Bang, bang. Gah. Hey yo, that looks sick. Oh my god. Oh my god, that looks amazing. Oh, the lighting looks amazing. Look at the lighting. That's cool, it's changed. Oh, you can actually see it do that. Let's see what he looks like. Oh my god, that's horrifying. Oh my god. Like that. That's less horrifying than that. Oh my god. That's a good thing as well. That's a good thing that's horrifying. Oh my god, get off my screen. Get it off my screen, man. Get it off my screen. Oh, the farm looks amazing. Oh, the cows. Oh my god, the cows. I think, no, the cows, yeah, the cows. When's Five Freddy?
Well, scenes
When's
and
Five
graphic
Freddy's
updates
coming
been
to
doing
Dead by
the last few
Daylight?
months, and we've talked a little bit about it as the realm beyond. To go into a little more detail, we'll talk with Phil Ivanovich, our art director, and Stéphanie Hélin, our lead level artist, about what that means. The first question I have with this, obviously everybody's question is why? Why did we decide to do this big rework, and why now?
It's a really good question. I mean, the game was out for 5 years now, as we all know, and that question of a rework was always in the back of our head, but we never found the right moment to do it because of multiple reasons. But with all the console, the next gen console coming out, we thought it was the right moment to bring our game on par with what is being done in the gaming industry. But we never expected the success and the longevity of the game that we have right now. We are now 5 years later, and we have all the new tools, the bigger team, and I think we can achieve what we wanted to do a while back.
Okay, so we decided it's the right moment, and then what was the vision? What was our goal going into this?
The main goal with the rework was to have a more immersive experience with the player in the game. Either in the mood with the environment or the animation. When somebody's repairing a gen, I think people really enjoy that because it's really, you feel like you're repairing a gen. We're always constantly listening for a player, and we make sure that we don't lose the essence of our game, but at the same time pushing new boundaries. We've been super excited with all the feedback we got, and we're really looking forward for people to see what we're coming next for them.
Alienware and
like that's a big project. What are some of
Alienware and Dead by Daylight have collabed.
So the main challenges with DBD, we all know that DBD is from, it's a game that's from 5 years ago, and it's live. So
the thing is, when we try to build new environment to update those, we have old data that we're trying to rebuild, to change, and also we try to fix those performance issues, and we have the new data as well. And sometimes those data are clashing with each other, and we try to make sure that it's not happening. But it's a live game, so we have to move forward, and we can't stop.
So obviously, those are big challenges, and to do that, we had to go back and essentially rethink a bunch of the tools and the pipelines that we use, right?
Yes. So we took a step back, and we just realized that our pipeline was obsolete. So of course, the whole team, we bring the idea of, okay, we need new tools. We need to empower those artists. We need to make sure that if we want to achieve the quality that we want to achieve, we have to make the right choices. It means evolving, rethink the way that we are creating environment, and this is the whole team work. Like it's not only environment, it's animation, environment, textures, shading, lighting. It's a huge job.
Yeah. All right. So, new tools, new pipeline. What's the future hold? What are we gonna do with that?
The goal here with all of this merged together is to build atmosphere, mood, because after all, like DBD, it's like an horror movie.
Yep.
So we all know that DBD was more gameplay driven, but it makes sense, it's a game. But what we were lacking, it's immersion. So with all of this merged together, we're trying to bring that immersion. We had storytelling to those maps. We create like more fog, more work on the lighting. So when you experiment the game, you forget that it's a game. It's the feeling that we're trying to build.
I think there's something really cool we're gonna try to do with terrain, right?
Yes, the terrain is pretty flat in DBD right now, and with the fact that we're changing and trying to evolve in the right direction with the new visual that we're trying to bring to DBD, we gonna add more relief to this terrain, and I think this will add a little bit of spice to the gameplay. We can change the perspective to how the killer or the survivor play the map.
Awesome. That's cool. And we're also gonna be working on character animation, right?
Yes. Another big part of the
Animation.
the characters and their animation. The animation team and the character artist team did a super job. They're working on the bringing the texture on par with what we're doing right now, but also the animation team working on all those animation, like the interaction with the gen. Also, by doing so, with the texture and the animation, we want the player to connect even more to the personality of the player, of the character he's playing. And I mean, it's all connecting together. All we are doing is a big chunk that, at the end, it's the immersion. It's not just one part; it's the entire work of everybody on the team.
What other cool things can people expect to see in the maps that we're making?
Well, the old rework things. Also, we wanted to add.
Will
extra
more of
details.
these get redone? I want to
We already
know.
started like jump scares. We did it with the Midwich map, and it was
Please.
pretty cool. We stayed faithful with the original game, but I
Please.
mean, putting it in our game was pretty cool. I think people really enjoyed it. Adding a lot of storytelling to have a bit more story to the map, not just the map.
And what about lobbies? I know people like when we mess with the lobbies. Are we gonna do that again?
Yes, we're gonna keep on messing with the lobbies. I mean, it's something we've talked about in the discussion with the rework. I mean, it's
Mate,
super
Nemesis
important
looks
for me, the other
amazing.
people on the team. It's easy to see when you start the game. So
Why does he
for
look
us, it was
amazing?
important to have this first connection.
He looks
what's
so
being
good.
released, the killer, so veteran or newcomers, they immerse themselves in what's being done at the moment.
Awesome. And I know that a big
Like,
question that's on
Bro,
everybody's
he
mind
looks
right now
fantastic.
is, yeah, but are we gonna get more maps?
Yes.
What? Oh, scare me then. Why?
Hi, I'm Matt, design director on Dead by Daylight. I work with the creative director and the game design team to bring you guys amazing licensed and original chapters, killer updates, perk adjustments, accessibility features,
Oh,
and
here we
more.
go.
Our talented designers are constantly exploring new features and mechanics to keep trials fresh and fun for players, and I'm super excited about some of the things
spilled me
that
drink
we have
everywhere.
planned for the future of Dead by Daylight. Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about live design. For a game that's been out
Tell
for
us
the
about
last
the new
5
collabs that are
years,
happening.
live design has become an important part of our process of updating and maintaining the game, delivering new experiences, fixing exploits, improving quality of life, and generally attempting to make the game feel fairer for everybody. When it comes to live design, we're a little more reactive to what's going on in the community and in the game. So we generally base our design decisions on 3 main factors: testing, and of course,
Our surveys.
what we're working on. Often,
I hope yous are watching. I hope yous watching. I hope yous went on the surveys for Dead by Daylight. I hope you went on the surveys and said Freddy Springtrap from FNAF in DBD. I hope you did that. I really hope. ASMR. I should make an ASMR channel.
still being prototyped and play tested, and go through numerous changes along the way. That said,
I should start a
there's
name
3
ASMR
things
channel.
that we're super excited to share with you today.
3.
New killer updates and their associated timeframes. A brand new type of perk that we're working on for survivors. And
Okay.
finally, a bit of a shake-up to the Memento Mori.
Memento Mori, let's go.
Over the last few years, we've made many small adjustments to our existing killers in Dead by Daylight. Some of our killers have had even more significant updates to their powers and abilities, such as the Doctor's Static Blast, the Clown's Afterpiece Antidote, and of course, the extensive overhaul of the notorious Freddy Krueger way back in 2019. And while we feel that
I paused it right there where I was talking about Freddy Krueger because they need to make a skin of Robert England. I don't know, I'm getting so close to the mic, I might be too loud, but they need to make Robert England Freddy Krueger skin. They have to. Because Robert England, no one likes the Freddy Krueger reboot. Freddy Krueger, no one likes him. No one likes the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot Freddy. Well, some people might like him. I don't like him. Because yeah, he's scary. But Robert England is the OG. He deserves to have his design in this horror in this a fantastic horror game, which he is featured in.
that there's still many small adjustments that we would like to make across the board. Our main focus for Year 6 will be on addressing the newest killer that has come into the Dead by Daylight roster. Moving forward, we're hoping to review, update, and release small balance patches for every new killer within the next 2 to 3 major updates after they go live. And that is, of course, on top of any hotfix adjustments that we may make along the way. In this way, we can generally stick to a clearer time frame that gives us enough time to review and analyze the community feedback and the game data. Soon, when players see that a new chapter is out, they'll also be able to expect some balance changes, value tweaks, and small quality of life improvements for the previous killer in that same chapter or the mid-chapter patch after. We're also working on a brand new type of perk.
Financial
something that we haven't done for a while.
Freddy's.
Unlike Hex Totem perks and Obsession perks, this new type of perk is for survivors, and we're hoping that it will introduce some really fun and interesting gameplay moments for Survivor fans. Boon Totem perks will give a brand new interaction to survivors standing next to a Dull Totem in a trial. I can't go into the full details about how all this works right now, but we are very excited about the interesting new strategies and gameplay that this will bring to the game.
Yeah.
Not only will it give fans something new and interesting to play with, but it will also give us, as game designers, the opportunity to come up with creative new perks in the future. And we're looking forward to releasing the first of our Boon Totem perks in an upcoming chapter. We're also looking at revisiting how Moris are triggered in the game by killers. We've been listening to the fans and seeing the effects that they can have in the game, and despite the recent changes to Mori offerings, we feel that there's a less toxic way that we can approach this element of the game, and that's something that we're going to be working on in the future. Currently, a killer can play an offering that grants them the ability to eliminate a survivor from a trial by their own hand. Before the recent changes to the Mori offerings, this allowed the killer to end the game prematurely for any unfortunate survivors that ended up on the receiving end. We're discussing a new approach now to triggering Moris that is no longer based on playing an offering, but rather integrated into the core gameplay of the trial. This new feature would mean that, in effect, killers have to earn their Moris, rather than be granted the opportunity by simply playing an offering. We're looking to move away from the perception of Moris being a toxic part of the game towards something that's seen as more of a natural progression of the trial. We're hoping to deliver an interesting new game mechanic that not only provides new objectives and new strategic decisions, but also gives the survivors the opportunity to choose whether or not they engage with the system, or ultimately deal with the consequences of that choice. Again, I can't go into too many details right now, as it's still in the very early stages, and is likely to go through many significant changes before it's ready for release. Having said that, this is a feature that we, the Dead by Daylight design team, are really excited about prototyping and playtesting, and we can't wait to see your reactions once it hits live servers. As a small bonus, we're also looking to prototype an update to the key item in the game, and this would tie in directly with the Mori system gameplay, so look out for that one as well. Well, that's it from me. We'll have more on how these elements are developed.
Hey, yo, what's that?
Give out from these, like an outfit for David King and another one for the Wraith, both themed after the anniversary with, you know, the gold lines and everything. Two of
Those
them
look sick.
charms just for this. One as a nice little cake topper for DBD, and another one as a little naughty bear.
Oh my god, Naughty Bear in Dead by Daylight. Mate, they have to remake Naughty Bear. Like, I remember watching people play Naughty Bear in like 2015, 2016, and it's a good concept. A teddy bear who kills their opponents in Doom style. Just needs a remake, please.